I like it because
go, bro.
with how mid-rangey their opponents are, with what Aulus
Geltek
does,
cyber team
I think this is
versus
going to be a
Twisted
fight.
Range is one thing,
Kita
but the
lihat saja
scaling
ya,
is
Bang, ya.
another. That's what I'm personally thinking about, more like worrying about as we go into game number one. Geltek Cyber Team versus Twisted Minds. And again, something we mentioned in the pre-match discussion.
Kioway Aulus bro yang ngeri banget, debut
So
guys.
if Kao can kind of
Chincaw-nya
bother
Karrie.
Sonjik and, you know, displace her, deny her a good gush positioning, that might be all the more worse for the Aulus.
Yeah, let's see if that will work out for them, especially with what you mentioned about Kyle. Daisy is doing a great job of disrupting the lower half of the map. With the damage output that you can bring out against a Beleric and an Esmeralda, you are a very annoying presence for those two early on.
And talking about the speed of rotation, Daisy just gets out of the lane much, much faster.
Much more things for GCT to worry about here. Meylane is just having a good time, undisrupted. I mean, as expected, up against a lineup with an Aulus, you'd want to do what you can to give it a bit more trouble. It seems like the moment they saw that Aulus, they realized, okay, we can't allow it to farm safely, so we need to pick up something like a bandit, but it got taunted. First blood for the Aulus. You don't want to let that snowball. That's two. It's a disaster for Twisted Minds at the start. They wanted to disrupt, but instead they gave Kioway early kills, 3 to be exact.
They walked into it. And this is a mistake that a lot of people make when facing off against Aulus is, I can get away with it, I can get away with it. But nope, she fed right into that fight, straight into the first turtle.
The Kioway, I'm pretty sure after that third kill, she just said, thank you, Twisted. Because you made it so much easier for me, and now they're going back to Daisy in the bottom lane. Through the Benedetta, Petrify plus the Electrofine blow. Kioway might get punished, but Liubon is enough to take down Daisy alongside Kioway. Because they wanted to go for the Benedetta, they weren't able to get to the turtle in time. Twisted will get it.
Spasibo is the word that I think Kioway said. And sure, it's a trade, but still look at the scoreboard, 4-0, up by about 1,000. The turtle was but a consolation prize for Twisted Minds.
And now with the topside rotation coming in from both of the junglers, let's see if that will affect Tokyo and Chinchaw's little trade in the gold lane. Kao will get the information that Kioway is still getting the purple buff. Kao still yet to hit level 4.
3 minutes in, the lower half of the map has been a disaster for Twisted Minds. Sure, they scored a turtle, but that's basically saying get over it. Top lane though,
itu Chincaw lumayan kesulitan itu lawan Hanabi.
Here comes a quick crash.
Oh, here comes Kao. That's perfect. Oh, but the taunt from this Beleric is massive. Double kill for Meylane.
It looked massive, but the damage output was there. What can you expect from a 4-hero collision? So Twisted Minds gathering themselves, closing up that gap, reducing the lead to about 200, 300 gold. Hey, am I too optimistic to say that Twisted Minds might be able to contest this second turtle down bot?
Oh, definitely they can. Massive at the start, but the turnaround by Twisted. You get what you get when you're up against something like a glue. And of course, the damage coming out from the Lilia. Chincaw will not get taunted. Geltek threatened up top, but Twisted are able to read the rotation in the river and they back off.
So here is some veteran moves by Daisy. She knows that the turtle will be up in about 15.
Lane.
She knows it needs to care of the lane so that at least they can go all in on the turtle take. Daisy checks in.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, CC Mew, perfect eye for an eye to make sure that she doesn't get taunted by the Wrath of the Dryad, which gets taken away from this Beleric. No more big ticket ult for the roamer of Geltek. And this might look like an early 2 turtles very quickly for Twisted, unless Geltek can get close enough. Will they be able to push him back fast enough? Kao is just zoning out alongside Meylane. And here comes Liubon with a falling star moon. Is it going to be enough? No, it's not. Daisy still gets the kill. Chincaw free hitting the rotations from the 2 gold laners. It has turned it for Twisted. Karrie coming in at the clutch.
And not a single casualty for Twisted Minds. They'll be up by 1,000, scoring a back-to-back turtle take. Just like that, they're able to weave through the damage, the almost inevitable onslaught out of Kioway. So they figured it out.
Chincaw.
In the early game, in the post-laning phase is where they figured it out. That might be it. They might have stopped the snowball. Chincaw pushing tier 1 bot.
What a quick rotation by Twisted to read. And now they have played advantage for them throughout the map. Now let's see if Geltek is ready to deal with Twisted through this kind of playstyle where they're quickly now rotating. It's not just about the fights anymore, it's about how crafty you can get with the macro and rotations.
About a minute until the turtle spawns. The final one, upper quarter. Daisy and Chincaw switched it up. So the map is red. Twisted Minds are in control. Yes, it was a great start. Great doesn't even cover it for Kioway's triple early on. But now it's up to them to figure it out again. And if anything, this is the most important 5-minute lesson that Twisted Minds can have.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they lost early on, because what if this kind of swing happened at the 12 to 13 minute mark? That could be a game-ending swing.
In the mid, oh, it's game-ending there for Son, who gets taken out by Meylane and Cow. Meanwhile, Daisy needs to try and hold up top. Petrify trying to make sure that Newborn gets hits from the turrets, but they're able to outplay the Benedetta. But here comes the rotation for Twisted Minds. Tokyo will be able to get within tower range. Stay alive, Kuejo. Is it gonna go through? Yes, it will.
He's
just with a sliver of time left.
He's good. She's fine. She gets away with it. And they will have to reposition. Cow playing one-on-one defense against Kioway. At least they know where this could be coming from. And Chincaw just gets a sneaky push here. Oh, they do clear the minions. That's when Aulus was recently buffed, right?
Yeah.
When he got reworked. That's the thing. You hide in a bush, and then you press your ult, and then you jump in.
Yeah. The Benedetta and Baxia, they're way too fast. They're covering too much ground for Geltek to handle. And now this lineup that looks like it thrives so well in the fight, Twisted are just avoiding it. They're like, okay, you want to fight? We're gonna play the map. We're gonna play the map. What can you get if you are committing too much as 4 or 5 looking for kills, but we're getting your turrets?
Yep.
Your map is getting smaller.
Yep. It's
Meylane.
chasing.
Oh, man.
Wait.
Another one,
That's
Rapid
not a
Dryad, a taunt, Twisted, looks bad for the two that got caught out. Chincaw gets the push up top, but Meylane still alive. This Baxia is too tanky. Daisy holds on long enough to take down a kill, and here comes the turnaround for Twisted Minds. It started off terribly for them, but it is going great for Twisted. A plot twist to the team fight. Cow will be able to get the grab onto Kioway, but Kioway will be able to get away as size too low, but here comes Chincaw. She goes the long way around to cut it off. It's the perfect passing for the carry.
She
Kioway.
went the scenic route from all the way up top down the bot to get one more kill for Twisted Minds. They barrel forth a 4K gold lead. Setting up for the Lord coming out in a minute. Grand Theft Orange attempted by Chincaw. Kuejo able to protect Kioway's orange buff. Twisted Minds. It's Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
It's literally, okay, we'll allow for this. Oh, here comes the cavalry. Here comes the reinforcements. I could have sworn GCT was at least going to get maybe 1 or 2 kills.
Twisted, I feel like they just keep outsmarting GCT. Now it's not just about the macro. Even with how they're fighting, they're waiting. They're a little bit more patient. And Geltek, it seems to be throwing it off their game. Yes, they're getting those taunts. They're getting their combos together to start things off. But then Twisted still has a skill or two ready.
Yep. That's what you call mental micro.
Yeah.
They're able to put themselves in GCT's shoes and say they're willing to do this, so we set them up for this.
Oh.
Kioway backs off. Meylane jumps.
Kuejo brings out the taunt already, but takes way too much damage. So do some members of Twisted Minds. So I think we're starting to feel here that the main damage dealers for both are definitely online. That this might not be as easy for Twisted Minds. That as crafty as you can get, sometimes there's no beating a hero that can literally stand, not get crowd control, and just continue to free hit as Twisted are continuing this rush on the Lord. Geltek could do nothing but watch. Twisted will get Lord 1 for the game.
Despite that lead, shuddering between 3,000 and 4,000 gold, Twisted Minds continue to outfarm GCT. And I love that you mentioned the Hanabi. Tokyo is a storm a-brewing. There will come a time where Twisted Minds will have to figure out how to find her.
Oh, yeah.
And whose job is that? Is it Daisy? Is it Cow? Can Chincaw find the flank and just wail away? These are the questions that Twisted Minds eventually have to answer. Maybe not now, but maybe at the 14 or 15 minute mark.
Yeah, and this is one of the difficult things about you being really good and really crafty in team fights, finding different angles, and it seems like there's a lot to do. Look how simple it is for Geltek to just jump on Meylane, but Meylane is so tanky that Twisted can come in for the response as the Aulus will try to run and succeed at that. Twisted will not get a kill, but Geltek does not get one either. Unless Daisy is going to go for the loop around. She doesn't have the petrify anymore, so going in would be too much to ask for.
5 players getting kited by a singular Baxia. Lubon dancing around. She wants
Oh, it's another Esmeralda dance-off! You don't want to dance against the Esme, but it's too much as Geltek played it safe. I don't know if that was the call of Lubon to tell the team to just back off. Meylane taken down. Geltek still fighting, but Twisted continue to trade. They get the grab. Correggio will fall. Chincaw is 4-0-4.
2 for 3. And this was all a smoke screen. Twisted Minds wanted that fight to overextend so that they could eventually get Lord up top, put that turret at half. Mid lane almost fell too. Bottom lane, at least, that holy shield got popped. So that means Twisted Minds got what they wanted, I think, despite the trade. Necessary deaths.
Yeah.
Death sustains life.
That is true. Where have I heard that before?
Song of Ice and Fire.
Okay, thank you.
So Westerosi saying.
It's been a while, so I can't remember a lot of the sayings. Something about wearing armor so that you don't get hurt. Something like that.
Something like that.
Mother of dragon eggs, right?
Looking at the build, Sa has out-farmed Songjae by 2,000 gold. That's huge. Lubon dancing around too.
They're good. They're gonna chase this Esmeralda to the end of the earth. So Lubon just decides, you know what? I'm gonna try to take one of you with me, but nah, it's not gonna work out.
Nope.
That is a rotational miscalculation for Lubon. And that just gave Twisted Minds a little bit more room to work with.
But also, maybe it was on purpose. Because Geltek pushed that bottom lane tier 1. But if her life was worth it, that's another question entirely.
At least Geltek got back here in time to defend their turret. At least they don't lose a base turret too. Still, it seems like Geltek are really running out of ways to try and break through Twisted Minds. Because even Meylane alone, we saw their attempt on Meylane and they could not take the Baxia down.
Which I think still impresses me. It's less about Geltek making a mistake and more of, wow. Meylane has figured out the right item progression to quell GCT's damage output. Lord number 2, easily taken here by Twisted Minds. Lubon might get a little chunkier now, a little thicker. Picks up that chastised pauldron.
Yeah.
Where else are everyone on Twisted Minds? Because this 6k gold has to be somewhere. Besides Sa.
Oh, Chincaw, 3-level gap against Tokyo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only a level 12 Hanabi.
Oh, Ice Queen wand on Sa.
And that's going to make it even harder to fight, especially for this Aulus. And for Lubon.
And
Kuejo. Yeah, we might just be delaying the inevitable, and we might be witnessing Twisted Minds taking this game number 1 with the Lord marching up top. And they are playing the push incredibly well. Even if they don't end the team with this Lord, they'll have more minion waves crashing in. Looking to see if Geltek will force out resources just so that they can defend.
Top lane gets broken down. Twisted Minds are inside GCT's base. Mid lane and bottom are next up on the docket. Wave gets taken care of in mid. Bottom lane up next.
Oh, Twisted still decide to play safe. Kioway goes in, but immediately gets blasted by the members of Twisted Minds. Even though the Wrath of Dryad came out, Chincaw still free hitting and still unreachable by Geltek. Still deathless and perfect.
Ain't no item build to quell the true damage coming from turrets. Meylane stayed a little too long underneath the heat of this inhibitor. So it ended up being a trade. Tokyo picking up a Malefic gun here. Still, she's down one full item.
Yeah.
So not out of the woods just yet.
There are a lot of tanky members for Twisted Minds. So you're hoping to see that maybe the damage of the Gourd is going to be enough, but it's also a 3-level gap between the Gourd and the Lilia. Seems like Geltek are just really going to play for time. They wait and see if Twisted Minds will commit an error and they can play through a turnaround with some help of the damage of their own turrets. If they go out of their base and they go for the Lord, it's going to be really tough for them to win a fight.
No, I would not advise for it. I'd say there's a 2% chance of success. That is my real-time calculation, so just don't do it. You're better with the high ground defense anyways. Cow versus 2!
Wait, what? Yeah, you don't need to stay there that long. No way. No way the glue still gets away. Oh, Kioway finishes her off. But Daisy looping around the back. Let's see if Geltek senses that a member of Twisted is setting up for something massive. It seems like they've already gotten way too far out of the eyesight of the Vendetta, though.
So Daisy's been setting that up for the past minute now.
Yeah.
She's been hiding amongst these bushes in the bottom lane, in the jungle. I don't know what the real setup is because I don't think Sa and Meylane can make it there that fast. Maybe Meylane, but not Sa. And if you do that, you're kind of spreading yourself too thin because GCT obviously are, despite being down 6,000 gold and the map against them, are trying to push. They're still very proactive. So I don't know what Daisy's trying to do here.
That's how costly it was for Twisted Minds that Kioway was taken out in that fashion. It gave just enough room for Geltek to finally get out of base, have some presence in the center of the map, and then push the tower up top. Meylane, that's the jungler that they found! Daisy, the long setup, finally pays off! It's the perfect flank by the Benedetta!
Twisted Minds trade 3 for 1, and now they might just run it down mid.
It's the Aulus and the Esmeralda against 4. They set it up for more than a minute, and finally they're in it to win it. Twisted, they will have the minion waves. Geltek doing everything they can to clear, but Twisted could not find the opportunity. They are still alive and fighting. Geltek Cyber Team.
Interesting call by Twisted Minds. This is more than likely 3 out of 5 times the correct move. To be disciplined, to be conservative, and go for the Lord instead. Go for a game-ending push, but the 2 out of 5. The other reasons why you might have just wanted to rush it is because Song Jae and Tokyo weren't there. That could have been the perfect way to just force it because there was very little wave clear between Kioway and Liubon.
Yeah, maybe they just played it a little bit too safe there.
Yeah.
But let's see. They still got the Lord. They still have minions, big ones coming through, but they don't have the time to clear the minion wave up top. Unless they're really just forcing the push right away so that Geltek will commit resources, and then once the next flow of minion waves comes in, then they end it.
Lord in mid. Chubby wave down bot, escorted by Sa and Daisy.
Kuejo's really low. Meylane already threatening the entry with the shield unity. Twisted, just throw bodies. They're playing it too safe. Cal takes a lot of damage. This might be the turnaround here for Geltek Cyber Team as Meylane will get dome upon. And there goes the glue. Immortality gets bought from Meylane. Daisy's trying to go in but gets nothing except damage. She backs off.
Twisted Minds. I think they fumbled the bag there.
They did. They did.
They were next to a baddie and just did not talk to them. Okay, would it be too risky? Because you can see now it could have led to a wipeout.
Yeah.
What else are they looking for? What other setup? Or was it because Meylane got cut off first and she got counter-initiated on? Was that it?
I mean, Chincaw was already free. Sao was also free to hit. The targeting was there. They're getting cold feet, Twisted. I know those are the moments where, yeah, discipline, hero first, if you can't take one out. But you are able to take the concentrates like this. See, it's working out well for them in this scenario. Mystica's already committed. Daisy finds the perfect angle, dives upon the back. Immortality gets popped off, and that's gonna be a falling star moon. Oh, maybe this is why they were playing it disciplined. Okay, I see it now. I see it now.
Yep, and maybe, just maybe, under perfect circumstances, they would have gone for the split. Because look, they have the mid and top set up.
Yeah.
So that's something that they're going for, but again, they might be shooting for the moon.
Getting another 20-plus minute game here on Stream B, lads.
And still being fast in Stream A.
Yeah.
We got a 24-minute game in Series 1, but still we ended it sooner, but...
Yeah, we're still ahead of them, I think.
19 minutes in, a winner crown on Daisy.
Okay, I think that's a great pickup because I think Daisy has now started to read that. Yes, I know she probably already picked this up because her immortality is gone, but this will give her just a little bit more room for error, so that after the Electrofine blow, petrify, then you pop the Winter Crown,
and then she can Sword Intent out.
Yeah, just Sword Intent out of there. Eye for an eye also to make sure that you just don't get CC immune.
This is the smallest lead for Twisted Minds for at least the better half of this game. So they're, safe to say, ladies and gentlemen, they're losing a grip on this game. GCT has farmed up well enough.
Yeah. You're also seeing a bit of the frustration from Chincaw. It's like, it's that face of like, oh, what else do I need to do? I'm able to free hit. I'm not getting caught out. I'm still deathless. Able to free hit. I'm not getting caught out. I'm still deathless. But it seems like all the damage that this Karrie is doing is just not enough for the inevitable tide that is Geltek Cyber Team just jumping on Twisted Minds.
Yeah, more than just the damage, I think it's range.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's a little more palpable, the frustration out of Chincaw.
And we go back to the problem that we had for Twisted Minds early draft. It's too mid-rangey with all of this long-range pokes that Geltek Cyber Team has with their addition of the Lord, and then also picking up the Hanabi. It's risky at this stage of the game, but still, Twisted Minds are playing the map really well. Quite your broad, really, oh my god! Chincaw gets deleted! Given her first death in the game, Daisy taken out as well. Geltek, sense of victory impending.
Newborn caught her out because she was under a conceal. There's nothing Chincaw could have done. The only other thing Chincaw could have done was kept herself scarce and went for a late entry. But ladies and gentlemen, we've seen scenarios like this since yesterday. Her 1-1, getting caught out, failing to cleanse. Lord goes over to GCT, and now Meylane gets taken down.
They held on for so long. Finally, Geltek has control of this game as they get the Lord. They'll be able to march out. They still need to do a little bit of cleanup. But now Twisted is in the most uncomfortable spot this entire game.
For the first time since the 2-minute mark, Geltek Cyber Team are in the lead.
Yeah, it's been 19 minutes of all Twisted Minds.
Yep, they slowed it down. They denied Kioway the snowball. And then here they failed to finish when Liubon and Kioway were the only ones left. So maybe, you know what? In hindsight, that might have been the perfect time to just risk it and said, you know what, we're ending it now.
How many times have we said throughout our careers, at this point, you just want to throw bodies at the base. You had minion waves that were quite far, but were coming in. They didn't jump on that opportunity, and Geltek has jumped on the chance given to them, unironically, by Twisted Minds. Daisy gets spotted out, and it's too much. It's Geltek's time. Twisted, what can you do to reclaim control after holding on to it for 19 plus minutes?
Lord's gonna jump here. Missile projectile thrown out. Crashing in, less than half health on this turret. Meylane again! Got out the taunt and the damage. The gush has been thrown. Cow goes in. It's a massive combo. But Geltek are holding strong. Chincaw doing everything she can to damage. But it's singular. While Geltek together as a group stand defiant against Twisted. Cow gave herself up to protect these inhibitors. But alas, there's only so much they could do. They continue to barrage. Meylane bludgeon her, and she goes down.
Daisy, futile attempt to try and deal damage. Oh, the stun again. Son on this gourd has been the biggest thorn to Twisted Mind's side. Yes, Kioway is 10-3-5, but over and over again, it's the gush that's proving too problematic for Twisted to handle. And Chincaw was being deathless for majority of this game. It seems like her single target focus damage is not doing enough to stop Geltek.
Okay, so in a position like this, you make the call. Geltek Cyber Team are not going to force the issue and instead go for the Lord. This is the coup de grace. The Lord to end it all. I do not know how Twisted Minds will defend. They barely made it through without the Lord. They barely survived and not lost without the Lord. But what now with an involved Lord?
Lord, number 5 goes to Geltek Cyber Team. Geltek, heed our word. Just throw bodies at this point. In the team fights that you've shown recently, it's enough information that Twisted cannot beat you on a 5v5 with their composition. And how well this gourd has been positioning. You're up against a late game Hanabi. Meme on a Hanabi pick as much as you want. Majority of us throughout our MLBB lifetimes have fallen to this exact same situation.
Yep. And again, you put the fear of God into Chincaw, make it more awkward. Get in her face. That's how you got her. That's how you gave her first kill. Her first death, rather. And now they jump on him again. Meylane.
They spot them out, and look at all the red health bars get melted down quickly. Chincaw does not have the damage. The front line does not have the health. Geltek has all the time they need. It took 24 plus minutes, but they win game 1.
Dibalikin bang ya, ngeri banget anjir.
A long
Wow,
drawn out
guys.
fight.
Ente dah ya,
Doing the
Chincaw.
math.